Today we're going to learn about how flowering plants make seeds. Last week, if you'll remember, we learned about the three main parts of a plant, the root, stem, and leaf. Well, I've brought you to my house today because I have some flowering plants turning into seeds right here on my back porch. This is a tomato plant. And the tomato plant has flowers on it. You can see that little yellow one right there, for example. And it's very similar to this model of a flower that I have. All flowers, of course, the first thing we think of are their pretty petals, but those are just to attract pollinators, such as bees and butterflies and hummingbirds. And you might have heard a new word right then, pollinators. Sounds a lot like pollination. Pollination occurs from parts of the flower. Most of them have more than 4 of these things. These are anthers. They make the pollen. This is the pistil, the female part of the plant. Pollen from the anther has to get to the top of the pistil. If it does, then it's going to go down the pollen tube into this part of the flower, which is very much protected, called the ovary. Inside the ovary are eggs, and when the pollen grains land on an egg, they form seeds. And depending on the type of plant, the seeds are protected in a way as well, which is what I'm getting ready to show you on this tomato plant. On this tomato plant, these flowers get pollinated, and then they turn into these tomatoes. And you can see on the bottom of this tomato the last bits of some petals that are left there. Inside of these tomatoes are the seeds in which the plant can grow more tomato plants. We'll eat tomatoes, but deer will also eat tomatoes, and raccoons will eat tomatoes. And then they'll spread those seeds after they leave their digestive system. You'll have some reading to do on these pages in the book. And it will talk a lot more about how pollen travels from the anther to the pistil on a plant through pollination. I have also brought a rose plant here, if we can zoom in on it, because inside of these petals you can really see the anthers with some pollen on the outside of them. And when I picked this morning, I had to shoo away a bee or two because they were in there. And then in the middle of those anthers is the pistil. And down inside of here, protected, is the ovary in which the seeds will grow. I hope you all have learned a lot about pollination today, and the next time that you see a flower, you'll be thinking of the pollen traveling from the anther to the pistil to make seeds for new plants. Bye, I love you.